We're 36 days away from the election, and once again, all eyes are on Pennsylvania and its 20 electoral votes. In 2016, President Donald Trump beat Hillary Clinton by less than 1% there. According to the website 538, Pennsylvania looks like the single most important state of this election. President Trump has recently tweeted several times to what he calls the suburban housewife. He says they'll be voting for him and that, quote, Biden will destroy your neighborhood and your American dream. We met up with 6 women from the Philadelphia suburbs at a gym in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania, for a socially distant conversation about that and other issues.
Hi, my name is Hannah, and I'm a conservative Republican, and one of my main issues that I'm passionate about is the pro-life movement.
My name is Melinda. I was a lifelong Republican, but I did not vote for Trump in 2016, and I am now a Democrat.
My name is Cynthia. I'm a registered Republican, but I'm really an independent. I'm likely to vote for Biden.
Hello, my name is Edith. I'm a moderate Democrat, and the most pressing issues for me are the economy and the divisiveness in the country.
Hi, my name's Mary Ellen. I was a long-term Democrat committee person. I voted for Trump in 2016, and I plan on voting for Trump again.
My name is Debbie. I am a Democrat. I was a little disillusioned with politics, but I feel a little bit better, especially since Biden chose Harris for his running mate.
What was the most important issue that contributed to your decision, Debbie?
The fact that I think Biden is more sensitive towards people's needs and to the middle class. I think Trump is very about himself.
My community is 100% Democrat controlled, and I feel like I've been dealing with just lip service people and not action, and that's why I've changed, my viewpoint. Trump seems like the type of person has, let's just do it.
Edith?
We're all affected by the economy. Would like to get a candidate and a president that will be able to rein in the pandemic, be able to help us get out of these difficult times, and I believe that Biden will be that candidate.
Cynthia?
I don't like his denial of the magnitude of the pandemic, and therefore I could not vote for him.
I could never vote for President Trump because he has proven to be unfit for the presidency. He has lied. He has mishandled the pandemic.
Hannah?
I feel that his demeanor hasn't always been something that I align with, but I do align with his policies. I'm not a big fan of his Twitter, but I'm not voting for someone on Twitter. I'm voting for a leader for our country.
Hannah, you're from a military family. Mm-hmm. President Trump was reported to have said some fairly derogatory things about people who served, including calling people who died in battle suckers. What was your response? What was your family's response to that?
Honestly, that's completely unacceptable. If it is true, then it's deeply disheartening. He said, is that going to sway my vote between these two people? No.
It's not enough.
Mm-hmm. It's not enough.
Let's talk about the pandemic. How significant has the pandemic affected your lives?
Significantly, in all ways.
Did all of you hear the audio tape of the president speaking to Bob Woodward?
I would have handled it the same way. I'm not going to panic somebody. If, okay, you got a fire going on in the building.
I disagree.
Stand around and cry about it, or who's going to stand there and say, grab everybody's hand, follow me?
He doesn't have a right to determine how I'm going to think about it. He hid the truth. He did it only for his own self-benefit, for re-election and this sort of thing. I am angry that he did that. He lied again, and I don't agree.
All politicians lie.
Cynthia?
He continues, from my perspective, to undercut the scientific community.
Yep.
And I come from the scientific community. I cannot tolerate that.
Right.
Okay. Hannah?
While I agree that the pandemic hasn't been handled completely perfectly, I also know that Trump has given a lot of power to the states. And so the states have made their own decisions that have been not so great. So I think that while we really want to blame somebody, I don't think President Trump is that person.
Anytime you have the President of the United States telling people to inject themselves with Clorox, that's a problem. To me, it's an embarrassment to the United States, the way he has handled this pandemic. And I think we would not have so many deaths if he had handled it differently.
You are, as suburban women, among the most desired voters in the country right now. And are you?
God, that's wow. I feel
If only we had known.
What do we get?
kind of sleep even from my husband.
So my question is, President Trump has made a direct appeal saying that the Democrats are going to ruin your neighborhoods.
No.
You don't.
No, I don't take it as a threat at all. It's just trying to build up fear.
I think it's
Nonsense.
a non-issue.
It's none.
Not an issue.
Are any of you worried about the integrity of this election?
I'm more concerned about the disenfranchisement of voters and their votes not being counted. So I can tell you personally, I will not be using the U.S. mail to drop off my ballot. I'll go to a drop box.
I've been very concerned with the president constantly attacking the mail voting as being fraudulent. There was news I've read that Virginia started early voting, and there were some right-wing people that showed up and they were taunting the people in line.
Well, I think if Trump does not win, he's going to call it fraud. He said, well, it's probably because of this mail-in voting. It's going to be a fraud if I don't win.
There's so much polarization within people. I don't think this election is going to be that fun to go through, but I'm here for it.
I can't wait till November 4th is over so life can start to look a little normal, you know? I says, can only watch so many Gilmore Girls, A Little House on the Prairie, you know, to escape, you know?
That lady in
Mary Ellen.
Mary Ellen, wow.
We asked all the women about the Supreme Court nominee, and while some are happy and some are upset, they said it will not have any impact on how they're voting, which they've already decided.
What a great group, and you've talked to them before. It's always fascinating to me to see voters' thought process.
And the progression over time. We talked to them at the beginning of the year, four of them anyway, at the beginning of the year.
I remember Mary Ellen.
Yeah,
It's fun to watch.
The construction of the support for President Trump is so interesting. It's like, well, I don't like his demeanor, but that's not what I'm voting for. You know? It's all politicians lie.
Well, a number of these women have, as you saw, Cynthia did not vote for either. Actually, Cynthia didn't vote for Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. She wrote in another name 4 years ago, but she has decided she's going to vote for Biden this time.
Wow.
So there's a progression there. And a number of these women have progressed in their views since we talked to them first time.
I like when you said your suburban vote is very important and how they went, well,
Yeah, that was lovely. That was a great moment.
They were feeling the love, so to speak.
Yeah, it matters.
From both candidates.
Matters a
All right.
lot.